Well, hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome to Beema's Crafty Corner. I am Beema, better known as Els, and this is a craft with me, but we are doing something a little different than we normally do. Normally, we do some kind of paper craft, but today I thought we would do a dupe. So this is something very similar to something that I saw at Michael's um, last year, and so I went and I got a stem of Dollar Tree flowers. We have some tulle. I have some of these green foliage. I don't know if we'll use it, but we have it. I have foam circles, which we'll probably use. And we have, this is from the Dollar Tree. This is from the Dollar Tree. And then we have some lights. These are from the Dollar Tree. And the ones that I'm going to be using today are these, which come from the craft supply. But I have a lot of them. Hi, Miss Mari. So let's take it over the TV. So you can use either one of these types of containers. It just depends on, what you want to do. But the idea is that you want your power pack to fit underneath um, of here. So obviously on this one, it wouldn't fit underneath, but you can either take the lid and turn it over, in which case you can glue it on and it would fit, or you can put a hole in it and raise it up. So we're going to talk about both ways of doing it. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Carla! All right, so let's talk about if we're going to use this kind of a container. Let me turn that over so it's not so glary. So if you're going to use this kind of a container, or the snow globes, they do have the snow globes that come out at wintertime, in the wintertime. You could get like some small pieces of wood like this, glue them together and use them as feet. You can make them as high as you need to accommodate your lighting. But I'm going to use this one today. So this is just a dome. These are, like I said, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. Let's see if I can get this label off. That might be the longest portion of this video. I'm trying to get this label off. Normally I would heat this with my heat tool, but this is plastic and I don't want to melt or warp it. Oh, so we're going to try this. Come on. Come on. All the way. Ah, it worked. We got it off. And then I need to be able to put the lights in. So I'm going to see if I can take this piece off. So let's see. What can we use to take that off? Got to be something with a little bit of an angle. Let's see. Let's see if we can get in here with these. Probably not. No. All right. Hold on. I'm going to go get something. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hi, this is Mike with Cox Business Support calling on a recorded line. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today? Hi, I'm sorry, your name please? Hey Amy, how you doing? Oh, well, I'd be better if when I went through your IVR properly with getting option one, it didn't just give me a fast busy.
Okay.
But I do have an internal ticket.
All right, so we're going to try this.
I'd like to discuss that with you. 59.
I always find a better way of doing it after I've done it, you know?
68. Four zero 1868.
Haha.
Appreciate it.
All right, so pop that out. Popped it out. Yay. So I have these. I don't know where these came from. Probably Hobby Snobby. I don't know. Knowing me, I probably found them in a bag someplace. I went, someday I'll use those. But I'm going to use them for the base here. Use it for the base. So we're going to, I think we're going to cut this in half. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Always have the right tool for the job, you know? All right. There we go. Not too shabby. This is a Daiso buy. I said, what would I ever use that for? I use this thing so much. It's disgusting. You can use your craft knife if you want. And the idea is just basically to have a base at the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm going to be painting this black. So let me get some black paintbrush, and let's put something on the desk to protect it. And then we'll be gluing this in. What does Lucas look like? I don't even know what a Lucas is. What does it look like? I am going to be using a piece of this wire from Plant, just to hold it, you know, because it'll make life a little easier. There we go. What is a Lucas? Let me see.
No, I got 5904
Kid Cartoon
68.
Lucas. I'm assuming it's Kid Cartoon.
Interesting.
It's a spider? Really? A spider? That's an unusual toy for a
Well,
child.
we wrote some text out because we found it to be up down. Nothing from the client. Let's see. Tech went on site, manager taking back to find equipment, came to site, trace out Cat5 cable. It's
Ooh.
not plugged into anything.
Well, that one's dead.
Customer's not plugged into any equipment.
Okay, that one's dead.
End of the Cat5 line. Tried calling AT&T and got hung up on twice. Talked to Lowe's IT department, Kutam, Coutam, Kutam 03 from Lowe's IT department. They are looking for a.
That's gloss. We don't want gloss.
It's like a circuit ID, which is a Verizon circuit. Cannot get a hold of AT&T. They keep hanging up on me. George is
Lucas the spider. Okay.
Report came up. There was nothing.
So it is a spider. All right.
George manager on duty in the IT department for Lowe's. This is not even for the Cox circuit,
Let's see.
but for a new Verizon circuit being turned up. Not able to get a hold of anyone from AT&T. No trouble found on Cox network.
Oh, he is kind of cute.
They are
In a
moving
weird
off
kind of
Cox
way.
circuit onto Verizon circuit. The trouble is with the Verizon SM fiber handoff. Cox is the Ethernet cable that they unplugged from the AX11 router.
He's kind of cute.
So I guess our stuff was working fine. It's just y'all weren't plugged into it.
Oh, but most of these are like crocheting him.
Well, it is an EBON, so what I'll do is I'll gladly set it for a 24-hour auto close. But I'll send an EBON as well, noting that you and I talked. I gave the information that was available, and it's not on us, so we're
Hey.
closing ticket. You know? All right. Not a problem. Anything
Well,
else
he's
I can
kinda
assist
cute.
you with today, Amy? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you. Much
That's her boy
appreciated.
crush. Get down. Go
All right,
on.
you too. Bye-bye.
Shoo. I'm trying to do stuff. So, um, we will see what we can do about that. Yeah. Most of them are crochet patterns, and I crochet, so we'll see. I may not be able to do it, but I know somebody who could. In the meantime, I'll try and see if I can design a stuffy. Which reminds me, I have a thing of eyes that I have to send to Miss Arlene. Okay, so I got that painted. And we'll use the other half to hold it up while it dries. She'd sing the theme song. Yep, she likes it. Okay. So I'm using chalkboard paint on this. You could use chalk paint as well, but this is the chalkboard paint. And that's just so that it dries kind of a little matte before we, move on. So we'll let it dry. Then we'll glue it down. And in the interim, we will put some lights in here and get this hooked up. I love these lights. That's not for you, you bad boy. So these are just the string wire lights, the little LED ones. And I'm just going to try and get them unknotted, which will take a while. Because no matter what you do with these things, they turn into a giant knot. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to feed this up through. I was going to do this as a video, and then I said, you know what? Let's just do this live because it's fun. Okay. Just like that. This is going to have to go on the bottom. So I'm going to heat up the hot glue gun if the cat hasn't already done so. Nope, he hasn't. He never turns it on when I need him to.
Who, what?
Harry, he never turns on the hot glue gun when I need him to.
Oh.
You could use Velcro on this, like a Velcro dot, so that you can pull it off to change the battery if you need to. And these just, they run on 2 of those little 2032 batteries, So you can just, instead of hot gluing it in, you could put a Velcro on it just so it stays in there. I will see if I can do a stuffy. See this, I think, once you take that piece out, this will fit. And it's not too much, it's like right at the height of the lip of this. So these ones will work. Also, the ones that have the smaller battery pack. I don't know if I have one. I don't. But, some of them have that clear battery pack and it's smaller. So you can get that one. That works too. But basically, I'm just going to hot glue this in here and then turn it over. Well, we're still waiting for that to dry. It'll happen. All right, so while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and let's clip these down, get them off the stem. So you can make a couple of these with one stem of these flowers. This one's got bats and stuff. It's kind of cool. And, you know, if you can't find any foliage and you need some foliage for this, you could certainly, I don't like that one at all. It's kind of flat. I do like this one. It's nice and big. This one's nice. Not real over the top with that one. But, you know, if you need other foliage for this, you could certainly get something like this and just paint it. This is it's plastic, so you could just paint it, you know. So we have some bats and some creepies and more bats and creepies, and we've got a couple of roses that are black. So I'm going to take the leaves off of this one because that one doesn't have any leaves. So I'm going to pull it off of this one here that we're not going to use. There's the head. It's gone. Get the stem out. Let's put this one on. Run it up there. Oh, it's almost dry. It's almost dry. Hi, Miss Christine. Let's see, a spider stuffy. We'll have to look at that. Let me see. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Okay, let's see. A spider, huh? Do, 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 do. No. In here, maybe. Let's see, what do we got? Let me see. Oh, definitely not. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Looking through my patterns to see if I have anything, that's close. All right, well, this is close. I might be able to alter it. Because I do have a spider pattern, but it's not exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Hmm. Could be something easy, right? It's got to be this thing. Okay, well, I do have a spider pattern, and I might be able to alter it to look right. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, it's the eyes that are going to get me. Hi, Zola. Hi, baby. How are you? Are you being good for Abuela? Hmm? You're always good for Abuela. Doesn't matter even if you're bad. She doesn't care. Still waiting on the hot glue. We might Velcro this. Yeah, the eyes are going to be the issue on this thing. Okay. Like, I need to find like a good picture. Yeah. I mean, I could do them just using felt and put the shine on them and everything. Um, I will see. Yes, what happens in Abuela stays at Abuela's. Absolutely. Okay, we're still not hot. We're hot, but we're not flowing. I may need to get a new hot glue gun. This one burns my hot glue and it doesn't really work very well. Like it's getting overheated or something. All right. We have that in there. Yeah, I'm sure he is. But I will see what I can do. I've pulled off some really weird stuff, so we'll see. I might be able to get something close, Not perfect, but close. I'm good with close. Bet you she is too, because, you know, she's a kid. All right, so I have that in there. This is still not dry. How is this still not dry? We're going to hit it. Okay, I don't have any foam glue, so we're just going to use hot glue. And hope it doesn't melt the styrofoam. Do you know? Okay. If you know, you know. All right, here we go. So we're just going to put that in the middle. Now I'm going to test to make sure that I didn't, you know, do anything to my lights. Nope, they still work. Hot glue on the finger. Hot glue on the finger. Turning that off. Because it's mean. Chuck it in down here and hook it up. So a lot of people see this on my cords and they go, what is that? So I do this to my cords so that I can hang these on hooks on my desk right here. And that keeps them, you know, same thing with the heat tool. I hang it up by the thing. I have rulers that have big holes in them that I can hang up here along my desk. That's how I like do the whole, ooh, I can just grab this thing. All right, so now we want some of this. Not a lot, but, you know, some. Not too much. And I want it in some pieces. It's easier to work with when it's in pieces. Hi, Michelle. So yeah, so what I'll do is I will look at my spider pattern and see if I can figure out how to make, you know, if you talk to Mike, he'll tell you that if anybody can figure it out, it's me.
What?
To make a stuffy of a spider.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to use some 3-in-1 and kind of tuck this in. Everybody's saying hi to the hubber.
Hello.
All right, so we're adding this.
Whichever comes first.
Should have heard him last night. Buggy's here. And so the only time we get to play Wizard with Buggy is when he's here. And they have a free week. So we don't even have to pay for him to play this week. And 1 minute, 8:59. He got a call last night. You should have heard him. And the guy hung up. So he was like, yay.
Yay.
He hung up. Yay. No break for Hubber. All right, so I'm going to add this in here. And like I said, this is like a Michaels dupe. I saw this originally at Michaels, like last year or the year before, something very similar to it. And I said, I can do that. And if I can do it, I ain't paying for it, you know? All right, so I've got my lights in, and I have my tool.
Well, give me your ticket numbers and we'll go down.
And which one do we like? This one. So I'm going to put this one in the center.
I'm sorry, what? I heard 3 zeros.
And we want to make sure that it's not taller than the lid. It's a little bit taller. So let me take this out. I'm going to trim a little off.
05. Okay, next one.
Okay. Now, get this tool out of the way. Here we go. Now, you don't have to put glue in here, but I'm putting glue in there because I don't trust it not to fall out. There we go. There. And then I'm going to put the second one in, kind of at an angle. So I'm going to cut this one really short. Just flinging stuff around the room. Like that.
All right.
And we're going to put this in towards the back. There we go. Give us a little height. And then I'm going to kind of feed this wire around the bottom. And then after I get it around there a couple of times, because it's very long, like ungodly long. And I don't know that I can cut this. I imagine I could. But I'm going to feed it up between the tool and the flowers. Across here and around the back there. And over here like this. And around there like that. Down. Let me see. What's at the end of this? Two separate wires. Guess what? We can cut this. So I'm cutting it down to the size that I want. Putting it in. Tucking it in there. I'm actually going to tuck this into the foam if I can. And I can. Get the lid on here. Now I got to get this whole thing inside the dome. This ought to be fun.
Hey, Ruben, looks like you're a little bit early on these escalations, man. I got 5:43 and 5:45 when you called in last, and it's like 6:35 now. Huh? No, less than an hour. Give it another 20, 30 minutes and you got it. Or at least on that first one that I pulled up.
Okay.
Because I see you spoke to Jeff about that.
Tightening that. Let's get rid of this light.
Which is another like 10, 11 minutes from now.
And let's.
So you're here early.
We might have too much in here. We might have to take one of these out.
Was this the same with all of them?
I think we might want to take one of these out. So.
Okay.
Get the lid up. I'm going to take this one out.
Well, yeah, exactly. So hold on one second. I can at least still give you an update. It looks like this is quite the outage. There is fiber technicians working on this. So call fiber on, call Lewis. We got Verizon part down. That was a couple of 2.5 hours ago on this. Looking for more information or whatever else they can have.
All right. I'm going to take a little bit more of this wire off. This is a figure it out kind of thing, you know?
Yeah, best I got is that they're working on it as we speak. That's about it.
All right.
All right.
I'll turn the light back on since I'm done. Sorry about the clicking. All right. So I'm going to put more tulle over the lights.
All right. Not a problem, Ruben. Have a fantastic day now.
All right. So we have our lights in here. And then I'm going to glue down some tulle and the lights. Because, yeah. What a mess. Feed that in there, and we're going to add a little glue here. Because I just want to add some tulle to kind of dull down the lights a little bit. Came out a little brighter than I thought. I think we should all move to Japan, by the way. They have apartments over there that are like $200 American a month. That explains why people retire and expatriate over there. Okay. So I've added more tulle. Now, let's see if we can get this lid on. And we'll try it. Tucking it in, tucking it in, tucking it in. Eventually this is going to glue on here and I'm not going to be able to get it off. Okay, it's locked down. Let's try it. Lights off. Oh, that's better. So you can see that Rose is in there. The little spiders back, the bats right there. Let's turn the light on. That's the low setting. And you could put the lights towards the top too if you want. I just kind of did them around the bottom because I thought that was enough. All right. So the lights, these lights will cost you about $2 to $3 for a set of these at most hobby stores. They're used for like miniature houses and things like that. So, a couple bucks for those. The flower stem was $1.25. This was $1.25. The tulle, pennies. And so this whole thing, which by the way, at Michael's was last year or the year before was $12.99. So I did the whole thing for $3.75 and $6. So half the price. And they have all this extra lighting that I'm not going to use. All right, so we'll get rid of that. I carry lights in the shop, but the ones that I carry in the shop are these ones. And so unless you have a really big hole in the bottom that you can put this in through, that's not going to work. But, if you're using this, that would work if you could put a big hole in the bottom of it. Shoot, that would work fine. I carry those in the shop sometimes. But that's my dupe. What do you guys think? Too cool, right? I hate paying full price for stuff. I just do. I'm cheap. And if I can make it home, If I can make it at home, I'd rather make it at home. Let's do one in here too. Okay. So for this one, because this part's going to show, we're actually going to paint this as well. We're going to put this in here and we're going to paint the whole thing. We're going to paint this lid. So grab a brush. Ooh, we'll get one of these crappy brushes from Perfect Pearls. These are the crappiest brushes, guys. All right, so let me glue this in first. Because we're going to, you know. Oh, you know what? I should probably put a hole in this first. Let me get this piece of foam out. All right, so I got to put a hole in there first. Where's my Bammer kit? My Bam Bam. Where's my Bam Bam? Oh, Bam Bam kit, where are you? Where are you, Mr. Bam Bam kit? There's my Bam Bam kit. Okay. So I'm going to put a hole in here. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Where's the, there, I'm just kidding. Where's the Bam Bam board? All right. So I'm going to put a hole in here. Hopefully. Holy crap, I think we did it. Yeah, we did. We put a hole in there. Ding! That was aggressive. So we have a hole. Let's see if it's big enough. Excuse me, to put a light into. Probably not. I don't think it is. Nope, it's not. It's nowhere close to being big enough. Let's see. I need the hole to be bigger. I need a bigger hole. Need a bigger hole. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll use that hole, but we won't use the Dollar Tree lights. You know, the round light. We'll use a string of lights. Now that we know we can put them down, why the hell not, right? All right, so now we are going to put this back in. And I'm going to get a pokey tool. Where's my awl? There it is. Okay. Because we want to come up through there. I think we're going to do it this way. Make that a base. So this will actually go on here. Yes? Yes. Or we don't need this part. We don't need that part. No, we just need this part. Okay, brain working now. Let me grab another flat light. Now, I do have these in colors. This one is white. Okay. Hey, Steffi G. All right. So we already know we're not going to use all of this, just some of it. All right, so we're going to do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this on this way. So we want to paint this whole thing black. So let's do that. Probably not going to work very well because it's metal, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, it didn't work bad. It didn't work bad at all. Okay, and then this is going to be in the center. So let's put some paint on that too. We'll use the paint to help hold it on, you know. Stay, Ubu. Where's that stick? I don't know. I shot it across the room. Okay. Stay still. All right. So now, let's pick this up. There we go. Lay it over here. Repaint this because we screwed it up. And we're going to paint the edge, which you can cover with like rickrack or jute or something. So we're going to paint this around the edge, around the sides. You could leave it silver. You could paint it green. You could do whatever you want. It's your thing, you know? All right. So I'm going to let that dry and let that dry. And that we are going to work with. So when Emma appears in black with tear-eye dressed mouth fell open and her eye lit up, she said, Granny, she's wearing black, my favorite color. I like black. Black is a good color. I don't care what anybody says about it not being a color. Okay. Sorry. So, I just tried to tear the tool, guys. I was like, I'm just going to use some of this tool, and I wrapped it around my hand like it was a paper towel, and then tried to tear it. Guess what? It didn't work for me. So I'm just cutting some more tool pieces. Because these are going to be going inside. All right, so now we have a bunch of tulle. I'm not going to be using this, so we can get rid of it. We're just going to have this dry, and then, you know, then we'll put this sucker back together. You was making din-dins. What was you making? What are we having for din-dins? Now, this bottom has a conclave on it, so it's not great for this. But, you know, you really look at the side of this particular item, so this doesn't bother me. But like I said, if you could find the the snow globe ones that we used to make the Harry Potter snow globes a few years back, like 5-6 years ago. That would work. The dome jars, the ones that are, and you could actually get this to go out if you want to. You just have to hit it with your heat tool and kind of push it out and it will pop up. But I don't have time to sit here and do that. I'm kidding. I could do it. I'm just lazy. That's the truth. Green olive burgers. Okay. I'm in the doghouse. Apparently, Daddy and I decided this weekend, well, we didn't decide. We didn't go grocery shopping. We didn't go grocery shopping because the bad man had to come and fix the washing machine. And I say the bad man because he had to come out like 3 times. So we had him out here. He came out on Sunday. And he was supposed to have fixed my washing machine because it was filling. And it's new. It's only like 2-3 years old. It was filling about 4 to 5 inches, and then it would shut off, drain, and the fill light would flash. So, being the consummate YouTube person that I am, I went ahead and went on to YouTube and got a hold of a guy that he does these machines for a living. And I was like, this is what's going on, dude. And he was like, okay, do this, do that. And so I did that and did that. And I ran all the codes and I came back with the codes. And so when this repair guy comes out, because we couldn't figure out what it was using the codes. So when the repair guy comes out, he does not run the codes on the machine. And he goes, it's just a clogged filter, input filter. So he cleans out where the water comes in. Now we have a water softener. So our water goes through a filtration system because we have a water softener and a filtration system, and it goes through all of that before it goes into the machine. So it shouldn't be that clogged. So he scoops out a little bit of stuff and he goes, okay, he starts it. It starts to fill. It doesn't give him any problems. He's like, okay, so he leaves. Well, Mike decides to clean it out by running a few cycles through it. And he runs like 2 cycles through it, and then it does it again. So he calls the guy back. The guy goes, well, unplug it and leave it all unplugged for 5 minutes, then plug it back in and see what happens. So Mike unplugs it for 5 minutes, plugs it back in. It's still doing the same thing. So he calls back in and he's like, can I get a different guy out here? Because, this guy didn't even begin to address the issue. And so we're not happy. And they're like, well, you can't have if you have someone else, then you must pay again. He has to come out and do it. Mike got a feeling it was his kid that answered the phone. Sounded like a teenager. And the guy doesn't have a vehicle of any kind. He's just driving a regular car. So we don't think that he's actually a repair guy. We think he's like, his own repair guy kind of thing. Mari went to Ollie's. So, hey, I got my bath towels at Ollie's a couple of years ago. I love them. And I think I paid like $4 for them. They're bath sheets. They're so thick and wonderful. I got one for my son-in-law too because he's a big guy. And regular towels, he had to use a beach towel. These are bath towels that are that size, but they're thick like a bath towel, not thin like beach towels. And he loves that damn thing. Loves it. All right, so we're going to thread this through the center. It's not quite dry yet, so, you know, I'm going to get black all over my fingers. Ha ha! You ain't going nowhere. All right, so again, I'm going to see if I can hot glue this in at the bottom here. Yeah, I really got to get a new hot glue gun out. This one's sucking badly. All right, so we got that. And put that down. That'll tuck in, not a problem. Let's turn this puppy over. So now we have our base. Yeah. Ollie's will go, Michelle, when we go on our trip. As soon as Michelle gets her crap together, she's not dying on me anymore, we're going on a trip. We're going to Texas. So we're going down to see Rose. All right. Hot glue. Seriously, guys, I need to get a new hot glue gun. This one is like, I mean, look at, it's like it's way overheated because it's like really chewing it up. I think your days are done, my friend. We'll go to Ollie's. Ollie's is like, it's like a Big Lots, but better. All right, so we have our rose. And I'm going to do this kind of a little bit towards the front. Okay. I'm going to take this off. It's a little smaller. A little hot glue. Put that in there. There we go. And then our bat thing, we're going to put right here. We turn this around. We'll put it in. Now, we got to keep in mind that we cannot do this very tall. So we take that off. Let me take this off. We're going to take this down. Some hot glue. Putting the bat in. We turn him because I want him more that way. There we go. And then I'm going to glue this on over here. We don't have a lot of height here, so take that part off. Put this one on. This one, turning. Get this one on there. Ooh. I don't know where my thing is, so we're just going to use this. Okay. Not going to use that. Lights. Just going to wrap the lights around the base here. A couple, 2-3 times. I don't need a lot. We're going to take those off about there. gotta figure out if I can repurpose these lights. Can I make something with them? All right, so we got that. And then we're gonna add some tulle. So let's get this whole thing in the can, so to speak.
Yeehaw. Thank you for calling Cox Business Support. My name is Mike. How may I assist you?
Okay.
So far, so good. Rich, what can I do for you? Okay, awesome. What's that ticket number, kind sir?
I'm just loosely putting the tulle in here without gluing it or anything. I'm just kind of letting it flow in there.
Give me a hot second to pull that up. See what we got going on here.
Okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to put the rose there towards the front. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So, wish me luck. We're going to put some hot glue on here. Okay.
One computer work.
I know, I need an Edgar Allan Poe.
Hey, you gotta love the
All right.
top-notch equipment we get to work with, you know?
And it's just a little bit of light
Yeah, you know?
and the flower. And then you can add like rickrack or something around the base here to kind of cover that up.
After hours, 7 to
You know?
12. 7 to field information. Are you looking for an ETA on this, or?
And, you know, spread your lights out a little better because mine are all kind of clustered in one spot. But, yeah, let's fix that because that's horrible. I'm going to fix the lights. I don't like that. They're all kind of
Oh.
in one spot. Just the way the wire worked out, you know? All right. I ended up ruining the paint, but that's okay. Okay, that's better.
Sorry, I was bringing up equipment accounts. Good. So I got Barry, and I have not really looked at the notes much on the ticket itself as of yet.
The wire sticking out, so get that in there. Chuck back in our tool.
Phone number to be able to reach him at, you know, that sort of fun stuff. So that I could, you know, possibly, you know, give you a quick buzz while I got you on the phone, find out, hey, when are you gonna get there? You know. So, let's see. Yeah. So the 702-306-8616 is a good number, right?
This piece of tool, get that in there.
529-3163, right?
Re-hot glue.
Okay.
Okay. Get that back on there. Like I said, then we can go around this with like some rickrack or something.
And I see.
Oh, that's better. The lights are kind of spread out.
I'm running into it directly, but I don't show any,
So that's better.
you know, I don't show any equipment arcing up to the motor.
So that's my project for today. I need a new hot glue gun.
I don't know if they got a router there, firewall or something.
That's the rule today. I need a new hot glue gun. Because this one, I've had it for many, many years, and it's just got. So we're gonna get that out of there because I'm gonna get rid of this and get a new one. I've got multiples in the shop, so I'll just go pull one. So I'm just getting my strings off of there. So I can go around this with some lace or some rickrack or something. Same thing with this one. If I wanted to, I could add that detail. But that's it. Those are my little dupe projects. All right, that's it. I'm done. So let's talk about what's going on. Let me get this out of the way.
So, yeah, I mean, it's really good.
And we'll take a look at what's going on in the world. So this is what's going on. So we had 2 videos this week. One was a beginner's project. It's a junk mail layered pocket. The other one is a tab, a paperclip, bookmark, pen holder kind of thing. Oh, I got paint all over me. Good. Thursdays, we're no longer doing art therapy. On Thursdays now, we're going to be doing our idea book.
So, all right.
And that is basically where we're going to go back through the archive of videos. We're going to pick a project. This is the one we did this week, which is the 4x6 fold over paperclip. And we're going to do the projects. We're going to write down the dimensions and the stuff, and we're going to put it into an idea book. And you can use, if you have something like this, you could use something like this. If you don't, you could use like just a 3-ring binder and just put some card, punch some holes in the cardstock and put it in. And so we're going to do these. That was one that we did for viewer request. I believe Francis requested. It was really small, the original, and we bulked it up. This is a 2-book page pocket, and we got all kinds of stuff. So we're going to be putting it in here so that we have one of each, so that when we're stuck and we want to know what we should do in our journals, we can look at our ideas and go, that would work. That's the perfect pocket for this page. So we're going to be doing those on Thursday for a while. Buggy got something out from down there, and now it's all like messed up and I can't get stuff in there. And then, so we're going to, every other Monday now is going to be a tutorial video, and the alternating Mondays are going to be our Monday mixed media Monday mini media morsels. Say it 3 times real fast. Thank you, Miss Mari. Yeah, that would look cute with a raven in there, wouldn't it? Just a raven, black raven. That would look adorable. And then we'll have our regular craft with me on Friday, and then Saturday our regular mixed media. Except Saturday the 13th, I'm not going to be here. My daughter won some tickets for a radio station bingo, and you have to be there. The doors open at 2:00, and you have to be there, and they close the doors when the first ball drops, and you can't get in after that. And it is a it's like a 7 or 8 hour bingo. So we're gonna go play bingo. We don't have to pay anything because she won the tickets. But if we win, we get to keep the money, and they have other prizes too. So we're going to go play bingo. So I have a date with my daughter on Saturday the 13th. And then this month's Project of 25, the challenge is to use playing cards and or packing tape, any kind of packing tape. It can be that string kind, paper kind, the wet it and stick it kind, the heat it up kind, whatever kind of packing tape you got. You can use that. Also, this Sunday, the 7th, is our regular monthly sale. And it's going to be a small one, guys. I think I only have like 44 items or something like that. I know I just went on a Scaventure, but a lot of the Scaventure items are bigger items and just not something that I think anybody would be really interested in. If there was something there that we were interested in and you saw the video, then let me know and I'll pull it out of the shop for you. Yeah, I love bingo. My daughter and I play all the time. We went and played punk rock bingo one time. That was hysterical. They give away like the dumbest prizes, but it was hysterical. My daughter won, and she won 4 lashes with a cat of 9 tails. That's the kind of bingo it was. It was just a weird Vegas thing. It was in a bar, and we go to the casino all the time and play bingo. But this one is like they're going to have it right here around the corner from me at one of the stations. So she's going to pick me up at 1, and we're going to go get in line and all of that good stuff. So,
all right. So the
videos are coming. They're just going to be every other Monday instead of every Monday. The Monday mixed media mini morsels is also a video. And that is because of the algorithm. The algorithm expects me to put out a video, post a video every Monday. And the best way to keep the algorithm functioning
and that's actually
in my benefit is to keep doing what I do. So it expects me to go live on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. It expects me to post videos on Mondays, every Monday, and like every other or every third Wednesday. So in order to not confuse the algorithm and have it scrap me back down to the bottom, I'm going to kind of keep it the way that it is.
I'm in Vegas too, man.
I may be adding a live earlier in the week. I'm just not sure yet.
All right.
So we'll talk about that. So I did pre-record all of the mixed media minis through the end of the year, and we do have everything through the end of the year. I am hoping to have at least 3 to 4 people for our New Year's Eve bash. It's usually me and Carla, and
not a problem.
And we basically get the same project, and we all work on it and do different take on the same project kind of thing as we hang out and chat with everybody. So I'm trying to figure out what the project's going to be and who's going to go live with me. Probably Carla. I haven't asked her yet, but probably Carla. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe Francis. I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
I completely understand that because I'm in Vegas.
So, what else?
This is Henderson, so and I'm up in Buffalo and Cheyenne, so I get it. That's quite the haul. So yeah. But yeah, you understand.
I think that's everything.
The modem's up and that we're just looking to prove it out.
So I did update the schedule to reflect this new schedule. So if you need to get a copy of that, you can pick it up in the Facebook group or you can pick it up on the community tab here. Yeah, that's that. Also, if you would like, if you, so here's the thing. If I haven't insulted you when you're hanging out here, then obviously I'm not doing my job. Come back, subscribe, do that, and then come back and I will, I'll make sure to do it maybe next time or the time after that. But you don't want to miss it, so you'll want to be here. Let's see what else. If you would like to get some free digitals, maybe you would like to buy some digitals. Maybe you would like to support the channel, become a Patreon. Maybe you just want to send me a tip through coffee. I don't know, join my Facebook group, know what my schedules are, find out if I'm going to be doing any free classes, anything like that. If you're interested in any of that information, all you have to do is go down to the bottom and click more in the description box. It gives you a bunch of links, my Etsy shop, all that stuff. So that's it. Carla, I'm always game. She'll play. So, that's kind of, how to find me. If you want to stalk me digitally, All the information you need is in the description box below. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay well, my friends. I will see you next time. Till then.